Alright, Shalom. We'll start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakak Badash. It's the name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son through the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Those that do this work in all sincerity and diligence to earn their salvation while possibly losing their life and their freedom. All right. This will be part 2 of Purified by Fire Women, part 2. Okay. The first part was generally the trials and tribulations we go through and how these women won't stick by us. Okay. It's going to refine you to understand the position of how these women hold in your life. How our desire is to be with these women. They're our glory. All right. But now, through the wisdom and truth of this word, we're learning our proper place. And now, matter of fact, I'll switch over now. Bear with me 1 second while I switch the video. All right.
Rise up, ye women that are Eve. Hear my voice, ye calling daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Hey, the Lord brought home reading for the Sabbath. All of you. All of them gonna be in the state like that. Right. All of them, man. See how we at? We ain't running to a beck and call. We not right.
The Captain Saberho.
We ain't captains up here, man. We ain't gonna say no more. Rise up, ye women that are in Eve. Hear my voice, ye Caleb's daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years. Rise up, ye. This is Psalm 1 and 1.
I'm gonna leave it right there for a minute. Now, the point is, like the brother said, this is an omen. And brother's been making videos about this. This is an omen. This went down in the great Millstone camp in LA, which is GMS LA, Ancient of Days. And this is just an omen of what's coming down the pike. All right, the things that's coming, man. And I had to leave it on this because there are humble women, even though it seems to a majority of us out there looking into the world, there are humble women that are going to be in this thing. Okay, these women are going to have to humble down, and the men of the Lord are going to choose those women. Okay, the Most High God is going to put those humble women with the men of the Lord. Okay, so they can bring back the entire nation. All right. And only the Israelite women are going to get salvation. Okay, it ain't going to be no heathen women now. It may be confusion to face or whatever, but ain't no heathen women getting saved, okay? All right? Understand that. So if you're of another nation outside of you, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or confusion to face, which means you look like another nation, but you're really an Israelite, you know, you're the only ones that's going to get saved, all right? Heathen women don't get to ride on the chariot, man. Don't get to be treated like a true daughter of Israel, all right? All right, so, which is the point. This is the spirit. I did that first Trial by Fire video weeks ago, all right? And I had part 2 pretty much laid out mentally. I hadn't written it down or jotted anything down or even really pieced it together, but through the spirit now is the time to put it out there. Because the point of the video was we're learning with women not to choose in the first video, but in this video, we're learning through wisdom which are the women to choose. All right. Matter of fact, let me start back here. I'm gonna start back in the book of 1 Corinthians. I'm gonna go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. 1 Corinthians 7, I'm going to start at, matter of fact, I'm going to start at the top, around the top. It says, 1 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 1. Now concerning these things whereof ye wrote unto me, because in Corinth they were having issues, man, dealing with women. You understand that they had women idols, you know, whether it was Diana or whatever, you know. There were women goddesses and all of that stuff that were idols in Greece and going into the Roman Empire, all right? By the time they got to Corinth, Greece, in the time of the Roman Empire, these things was commonplace, just like Christmas and New Year's and Easter, okay? Idol worship that the people are wholly given to. All right, so anyway, so they had to be set right through the Spirit. So Paul wrote letters unto them because they was doing too much. All right. It says, now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. That don't mean be homosexual or nothing like that. Just means, hey, this ain't really the time to be dealing with women like that. But if it's gonna say if you do, hey, it's nothing, you can do nothing wrong if you do. Okay, but we got a heavy business to attend to. We got to be about our Father's business, just like our Lord Yahweh Shai was about his Father's, about our Father's business, Yahweh's business. Okay, it says, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, not another man's wife, and let every man have every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband due affection. All right, let me jump down. Verse 5, defraud you not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, to spiritual things, okay? Fasting and prayer, that you may grow in the Spirit, okay? It says, and come together again, that you may come together again. All right? A little time, they say, distance makes the heart grow fonder, or something like that, you know. Absence makes the heart grow, something like that, where you grow closer. But getting closer to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai is what will do that. It says, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. Okay, so you can take time to be spiritual, to go on fast, to go on, to pray, for spiritual things. Okay, that's a good thing within your relationship. All right, but let me jump down. Let me see where I want to go to. Let me jump down. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down to 29. So this gets right to the point. You can read the whole chapter about the believing husband, unbelieving wife, and vice versa. All that's very good, man. Your wife is really supposed to be there to keep you in check and keep you in line. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that. And I don't mean ruling over you. I just mean she helps you from slipping. Okay, when there's a little slack in your works, hey, she steps in and reminds you, hey, get back on your job. What do I need to do to ease this up so you can get back on your job, on your spiritual job? Hey, baby, don't forget, we gotta get this done. So I'll help with this so you can get back to the real work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Things like that is where she comes into play, as far as the believing wife and the unbelieving husband. She can guide him to the truth, and there's a whole dynamic there. But I'm gonna jump down to verse 29. Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump up to 27. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife, if you all by yourself. It says, if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. Yeah. And for some of us, it's worth the trouble in the flesh, okay, to have that help meet. And as we become wiser and more purified by the fiery trials, and in this particular video dealing with women, from the last video, we learned to choose the right type of woman. Okay? Sirach, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go to it right quick. Jump to that chapter a lot. Actually, Sirach chapter 25. Bear with me 1 second. I get it. Yeah, fantastic. Sirach 25 and yeah, 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Stumble not, don't fall just because your woman's beautiful. Don't get caught up being a captain, man. Trying to save some woman, man. You ain't saving nobody. You guide through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai as men, okay? That's the difference. We ain't, if a woman ain't trying to go the righteous way, hey, let her go, man. Cut her off and let her go. All right? Anyway, because if she's hindering you from this truth, man, that's the foremost important thing. The woman you deal with should be somebody that's helping move you forward in the spirit, okay? That's with you, man. That's got your back, moving you toward the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not away from it. Because trust me, women are just that. They'll keep you captive, man. They'll keep you captive, looking out for them. And Paul said it. And then when I go back to the 7th chapter of 1 Corinthians, but this is a way that you to learn to be wise away from that. Okay, it says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Okay, and desire her not for pleasure. That's not what that's not the point. Okay, even when you go, which is lawful in the scriptures, may not be expedient for you, but lawful in the scriptures. If you deal with a harlot, okay, where you pay wages and you just go have a little plaything or whatever you do, yeah, you're going to pick something that look good. You're going to spend your money. You're going to have a good time. And you're going to have your pleasure. But you don't stumble at that, okay? You don't let that deter you from making advancements in the spirit. The brothers that I've heard that, we talked about it, that would deal with harlots, if they didn't have a woman that would. It's like, man, some brothers was like, I don't want to deal with a woman because I just want to go get my thing, get my thing off and then get back to the work. I don't want to have to go and cupcake and deal with all the whole thing that's going, and be even in the situation for a woman to try to trap me up in her snares and nets. Okay. Anyway, but number one snare is the way a woman look. They got these Instagram hoes on there that's doing the most. But these humble women are coming, okay? And I'm gonna even say this: when it comes to beauty, stumble not a woman's beauty and desire not for pleasure. Don't worry about what these women look like right now, especially these humble women that are coming to you. All right, because they ain't gonna look like that in the kingdom. This wicked flesh that we're in, or our children, or these women are in, that ain't going to the kingdom of heaven. We're looking in at their spirit to see what that's really all about. If they're really humble to you in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Anyway, so let me get back to it. I don't want to go too far away from that. But it says back in 1 Corinthians, it says you're going to have trouble in the flesh. Okay? It's, verse 29. It says, but this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, meaning keep your focus on the prize, man, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and earning your salvation. If you care about your woman and you care about your children, you gotta make it. You gotta do everything it takes to make it, because that gives them the best chance to make it. All right, and it ain't up to you. You just gotta do the best you can do. All right, teaching your children, guiding your woman, trying to keep her in line, not holding her hand through this thing, but doing the best you can to make it. Once you do your best, guess what? If lead by example into this thing, all right? Yep. Let me jump down. Verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord Yahweh, how he may please the Lord Yahweh. But he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. How you may please your wife, man. Don't worry about that. If the right woman is around you and you're around the right woman, it's gonna play out the way it's supposed to. Okay, it's gonna play out. They're gonna humble down and they're gonna give you trouble in the flesh. Of course, that comes with dealing with women. But through wisdom, you endure that. You get past that. You learn the tendencies. You usually a woman just wants attention, or she needs some rod. She needs some humbling. Okay, that's usually the main issues with a woman. Attention. It's funny. Tommy saw he said, "Dick and attention, DNA." It's usually what they need. You know, if you give them that, in your spare time, guess what? You'll be all right. It ain't gonna go absolutely smoothly, but it'll be all right, man. It ain't gonna be that difficult, all right? But there's humble women coming into this thing, okay? Understand that Isaiah 4:1 is gonna come to pass, all right? When 7 women shall take hold of one man, and I know some of your women ain't gonna like that. The woman you with now, they ain't gonna like to see that day coming. But guess what? We gonna rejoice, not because we get more women, because we're that much closer to the kingdom of heaven, okay? We're that much closer to the kingdom of heaven. And women that they gonna, like this woman I have here, she's kneeling, and she was screaming like damn near begging, you know? And all she wanted was somebody to walk over and make her feel all right. Hey, it's gonna be all right. Let me show you what's really going on. Put her to the side, tell her, look, Most High, blah, 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 you know, hand the number, whatever. You know, and for brothers that don't know how to deal with that, when women come up to the camp over here in Vegas, we kind of figured out how to do it. You tell the woman, like, look, hey, if you're looking for somebody, write your number down and hand it to the man that you wanna, you know, that you choose, and he'll get back to you. If it's in the spirit, he'll get back to you. Okay? You know, that's just the easy way to deal with it. All right? Anyway, so without making a big deal, without interrupting camp and waiting on her to put anybody on the spot, hand your number to somebody and move on. And he'll contact you. Because these women are going to come to camp. They're going to humble down. But also, when they humble down, they're going to... Let me get it. Let me just get it. Still in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, I'm going to jump all the way down to verse 34. It says, let your women keep silence in the churches. So when they show up, they're going to be humble showing up. I haven't seen the whole video to this LA camp at the Ancient of Days, GMS Ancient of Days. But just a little bit I've seen, you know, from brothers showing clips of the video. Yeah, man. Humility is a beautiful thing. All right. It says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. It desires to be to your husband. And when the order is right, man, it feels right, okay? It said, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. If you have a husband, you come to the camp, you trying to learn a little bit, hey, just keep silence and go home and get your husband and have him come down. Or keep it to a minimum and really just listen, okay? Keep it to a minimum. You women on the comment boards, keep it to a minimum. You know, ask relevant things, keep it to a minimum, and everything will flow smoothly, okay? Because believe me, the men of the Lord are looking for humility, all right? And I think the elect women have taken notice. There are some humble women. The reason we don't see them, because they're not on Tommy Sotomayor or World Star, because they're humble. They're too busy doing what they're supposed to be doing. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to be invisible to the world. Just like the men of the Lord are invisible to the world, except when we push this word on out there on the highways and byways and across the internet and the unicorn. All right. Anyway, it says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. It's a shame for y'all to be up there running your mouth, because foolishness gonna spew out at some point. Plus, you're disrespecting your husband. You know, women have come to camps, and I've watched these videos and been a part of them myself. The camps myself, where women have come up and they'll just try to run the show, telling every man up there at the camp what is and what ain't. It's lost in the sauce, though. Okay, and then mad because they ain't getting the attention that they seeking. Going about it all wrong. You gotta seek ye the old path for you women also, as the daughters of Sarah calling Abraham Lord. All right, you going back. I'm not saying barefoot and pregnant, but you going back to the way women are supposed to be. That's the women that Yahweh's going to approve of, that the men of the Lord are with. Okay, and those are the type that's going to get on that chariot with the men. All right. All right, that's how you have a long-lasting relationship. If you look in history, the further women have gone away from that humble spirit and softer, quieter spirit, more docile, so to speak, spirit, the shorter relationships are. The loudest, most talkingest, proudest woman out there is the one that's least married or have children out of wedlock. Yeah. Men don't have a problem popping you women, you know, but y'all done became easy for attention, but nobody wants to stay with you. Okay, so this is a humbling moment now. It's time to humble now. Your grace period for humbling down to your man or to the men of the Lord is now. If you be desire to earn your salvation for you women, all right. It's just an omen showing it. Okay, so brothers on that right now. All right, and some in the woman's spirit, they can kind of sense. If women are watching these videos as well, they're up there screaming because they know they have no help and nothing going on for them. When you, like the brothers was reading Isaiah the 32nd chapter, that starting around the 9th verse to like the 12th verse. Hey, and matter of fact, down a little bit further also, for you and your children, it's going to be hard if you don't have a man of the Lord to guide you. Starting up at the 2nd verse. Okay. A man's gonna be precious. You're gonna have no problem sharing a man when it really hits the fan. All right. So that was that in Corinthians. I'm gonna just try to hit these pretty much straightforward. Let me go to First Esdras real quick, because I always like to go into First Esdras. We desire you women, man, but the thing is this: the wisdom and the trial by fire that we've learned. And we've been learning through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, through men that have been there, whether it's the apostles and the elders or the elder men of our nation that got their head on straight, that teach you about these women, you know, and how to deal wisely with them. All right, then you take that experience that you learned from that and you put them with the wisdom of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Hey, you shouldn't lose to them no more. Okay. We shouldn't be taking L's to women. And what I mean by taking L's, letting them do things that take you out the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. You shouldn't be caught out there in the Walmart parking lot arguing back and forth with a woman, man. I'm not saying brothers is doing that. I'm just simply saying that's a scenario that a man of the Lord should not be caught in. We are kings. The king don't argue with nobody. The king make things happen. I don't mean he beat on his woman or nothing like that. King can just lead a woman and that's enough. Write her a bill of divorce and bounce on her. That's enough. Society's going to take care of the rest. If a woman leave you, that's okay. It's not an L if she leave you. Just more incentive to make it. And the Lord will send you somebody if you need somebody, all right? First Esdras chapter 4. I'm going to start up at, let me see. We'll start around, yeah, I don't want to get all of that. I will. I'll start up at, because this is basically the simp chapter right here. You read First Esdras. This is what we learn from the experiences in this, that Ezra wrote down in this, and we grow from it. We take the wisdom and we grow from that. All right. So I'm gonna start up at verse 14. First Esdras chapter 4 verse 14 says, "O ye men, it is not great the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it that ruleth them, or have lordship over them? Are they not women? Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. They birth you." Does that mean like when the woman screamed out, "Praise the woman that bore that gave suck," from the paps of this man, talking about Yahushua, talking about reverencing Mary. He was like, no, rather ye, blessed is he that heareth the word of the Lord and keepeth it. Okay, don't worry about my mother. It's the spirit, man. Blessed are you that humble, that are of the elect, man. That humble down and are of the elect. All right, that goes for you men and women. All right. It says yes, let me jump a little bit. That was verse. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyard from whence the wine cometh. They birthed the king, and they nourished up the men that plant the vineyard. They all come out of women, right? It says, these also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Yeah, because they got to come through the process of birth, through their father's sperma, right, into the woman, the incubator, the egg gets all that's born, incubated inside that, and it pops out the woman. Okay, so women play an important role. You do play an important role. Okay. You just don't have a top spot. You have a separate role than the men have. The men have the decision-making role in the company. You have a different responsibility. But you have a vital responsibility that men can't do. But that doesn't put you on a level playing field. That's not what it's about. It puts you as somebody respected and reverenced in your proper order. Okay? As long as you stay doing your job and you knock your job out, if we playing basketball, and I'm a shooter, and you're a big man, you block the shots and you rebound, and I'll make the jump shot and the long pointers. Okay? I got my role, you got your role. If we both fill in our role, we both win. Okay? All right? That's all it's about. And the women that's going to be coming in, they're going to be in that role. It's funny, when I came into this truth years ago, it seemed like this day would never come. Now it's starting to become. All right. Let me jump down to the good parts. Verse 20: a man leaveth his own father that brought him up in his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife. Right? He sticks not to spend his life with his wife, and remember neither father nor mother nor country. Verse 22 said, by this also you must know that women have dominion over you in our spirit, because we are inclined unto women. But the wisdom that we're growing in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai is showing us the proper order. Does that mean we don't love women? No, we love women. You know, just we understand them in their proper role and order. Okay, that's when we really have an affinity for women. When the roles are in the right place. When I can be the king that I am, making the decisions, and my woman can be in the order she's supposed to be in. Okay, and that's determined by the way we run our household. And each family, you know, you deal with that as you deal with that. But understand, I don't mind, like, as an example, I don't mind my woman making decisions. She don't have to send everything through me. But anything that of major importance that she don't understand my view on, she ain't making that decision. If she understands my view on certain situations, She can go and make that decision. Baby, I want tacos. Lamb tacos, turkey tacos, vegetarian tacos, it don't matter. But understand something. You can choose all that stuff because you know my stance on it. But when it comes to where we about to live at or what we about to, no, I gotta intervene on that. I gotta overrule on that. You know, certain things I gotta rule over that. All right, and it's for a purpose because the wisdom has to come from the men. All right, but these women are ready to be in that order. They're getting primed and ready to, just like we're getting dressed with the garments for the wedding. These women got to get dressed for the garments for the wedding as well. Ours is faith and wisdom and all these things, and works, mingle with faith, and works mingle with faith and all of that. These women, humility. There's a list. I'm gonna get to the list in First Timothy, the 2nd chapter, but that's important. All right. So, matter of fact, you read the rest of this chapter, man. It's just talking about men simping. Okay, even the king, what was it? King's concubine. Matter of fact, let me jump down to verse. Now I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 22. 22. 22. By this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal and to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he had stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. He gets that all for his woman, right? It says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father and mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, that have sinned for women, been wicked for the love of a woman. Many niggas in jail right now over a woman, whether it's domestic violence or whether they was trying to make it happen for their woman, doing something stupid, unwise. All right. It says it. Come on now. Hold on one second. It says let's say, wherefore a man loves his wife better than father and mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. These big ass mortgages, making bad. I gotta buy her this ring, man. Going into the poorhouse, trying to keep this woman. And when you finally are broke, she leave you. Okay, we gotta be better than that. We are being purified by fiery trials. Learn these things with the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shah. We've learned that, hey, that's not the type of woman we desire. And now the type of woman we desire, if we're right, or they're gonna start coming to us. Okay, and just because you get a number of women coming to you isn't an excuse to fall out this truth, man. That's not an excuse to fall out the truth. Okay, because they're with you, hoping that you can get them onto this chariot. Let's not forget that. Okay, it's a responsibility to come with that, but these are the trials that we have to go through. We got to learn that. All right. It says, verse 28. And now do you not believe me? Is it not the king great in his power? Our regions feared to touch him, and yet I did see him and Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admirable Bardacus, sitting at the right hand of the king. At the right hand, no, his right hand armor bearer sits there. It says, and taking the crown from off the king's head, no one touches the crown but the king, and sitting it upon her own head, she also struck the king with her left hand. She smacked him with her left hand when he tried to take it back. Hey, give me that back. Smacked him with his left hand and got upset at him, right? And yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. And if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter. And a lot of you men still got that pussy whip spirit on you. Okay? Still got that spirit on you. You know, hey, for every woman that don't deserve to stand next to you in this thing, there's 7 waiting on you, should I say. There's 7 waiting on you. If you stand firm where you're supposed to be, there's 7 waiting on you. A complete number of women the Most High has set up for you, waiting for the right time. And this time is starting to begin now. Okay? This is an omen that this is coming. Don't let this power go to our heads, Hakim. Okay? None of the power that's coming, okay? This is what we're being humbled and being purified by these trials, okay, that we're going through, so that we can deal with the power that we're about to get. And in the worldly sense, a lot of niggas gonna look at like, oh, he the man, he got this, he a pimp, oh man, we ain't equating us to nothing in this world, man. This is outside of this world. This is on a higher level, okay? And it takes a higher mind to deal with it. All right? And who better than Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to give us that through his spirit, okay? Feign to flatter that she might reconcile to him again, hoping that he humbling down to her. We don't humble down to women, man. We move on. Through experience, I've learned, hey, if a woman trips on you and try to take this pleasure at you, let her. There's Mikto and Ipmore men out there that can give you the game if you need some. Keep that in the righteousness in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim, it can benefit you. Okay? If a woman tries to take this pleasure at you, let her move on. Care if you want that woman or not. There's a better one coming. Believe it. Matter of fact, let me hop over back to Sirach 25. Matter of fact, 26. I always like bringing this one out. Verse 23, Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. As wicked as you are, is the wicked woman that's going to come to you. Okay? It says, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Okay? Verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And we love bringing this one out as a bitch. And we don't want to deal with you bitches, okay? You shameless ass women. We don't want to deal with you, okay? We sigh, matter of fact, does it say that in the 25th chapter? We sigh bitterly at that. Let me see. Where is it at? Yeah. Yep, right here, verse 18, Sirach 25:18. Her husband, let's start up. Verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Like I said in Ecclesiasticus, the 27th chapter, he who pleases the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall escape from her. Okay, you escape from these wicked ass women. As you learn and you're purified and get your mind right with dealing with women, okay? That's something we're going to have to address, that you're going to have to deal with, all right? It says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. It's stained with wickedness on her face, okay? Stained with evil on her face. I've met women and dealt with a woman, a couple of women that their job in life became to try to destroy me and take me out this truth. And before the truth, I had one that was really just trying to take me out. Every decision that I allowed her to make for me, because I wasn't, I was a simp ass nigga before the truth too. Hey man, we've been there, okay? And before that, guess what? Trying to take me out, trying to get me to make all the wrong decisions. So when the truth came, and I adhered to it, hey, let me get my nuts back out of your purse. I'm gonna need them. Gird up my loins and show yourselves men. Okay, those were big scriptures for me. Okay, and with that comes the wisdom and the way to operate in the world. Okay, it says The wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. It's stained forever, man. It says, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. You sigh bitterly. Damn, I got to go home to this, to the old ball and chain. You know, that's not how you're supposed to be. Happy to come home. Oh yeah, I get to go home. I might get a back rub, hot meal waiting on me. I get to see my beautiful woman, you know, to get some at the end of the night if it's not the Shabbat or whatever, you know. Excited to go home. Everybody want to be in that Al Bundy spirit, that act like they don't like going home, don't like their wife. We don't have to be like that. Excuse me. And a lot of women is in that Peggy Bundy spirit, okay? Always got some shit talking to go. But we're changing that. And there's going to be real women that are sincere and humble coming to the men of the Lord. All right? There's a bunch of them in here, okay? Let me go back. It says, verse 25, chapter 26, verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And she should have a fear that the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai can take you away from her. That she gonna be out there when all chaos is going on. That she gonna be out there alone. That you're not gonna defend her. And really, the Spirit is gonna get on the elect men. To all the women that did wrong, and that cross your path when all shit hits the fan. You're not gonna defend them, man. They gonna beg, okay? It's okay. You don't have to accept them if they spirit rubbed you the wrong way. You don't have to accept them. But if they meant to be saved, they Most High gonna give you what should happen in that time, okay? Let me get to yeah, that's enough jump around here. I'm gonna end with this scripture right here. In the book of 1 Timothy. Yep, I'm going to close with this one. 1 Timothy chapter, matter of fact, I got two scriptures. Chapter 2, I'll start at verse 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. And all that attention getting, cleavage all out. What's that woman with the pastor from the stripper pole and all of that? That shit's coming to naught, man. Okay? Having your woman all up in the congregation, have her on the streets while you teaching, that's the battlefield. Women don't belong on the battlefield. If she on the battlefield with you, who's guiding and rearing the house with the children? Okay? They don't belong there. All that's gonna end. Women gonna desire to be in their natural role, where they're gonna end up being happy. If they not worried about what this world is talking about, they're gonna be happy in their role, as you gonna be happy in your role and with them in their role. Okay. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Okay, looking all dolled up. It says, but which becometh women professing godliness, and that cuts the church. Right there, that scripture. But which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Her works have to be good according to the Spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And if you need to know what those are, an easy guideline is right there in Proverbs the 31st chapter. Who can find, start at the 10th verse, who can find a virtuous woman? Okay, that's talking about wisdom, but that's also can be used for women as a general guideline. All right? To the level that she should be trying to go to for her family. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. And that's crazy in these times. Subjection. This is subjection you're looking at. Okay? This woman on the ground right there, that's subjection. You look at the book of Eli, it became subjection. She was thrown down in the dirt. Because you go to Micah the 7th chapter, and she that is mine enemy, those non-believers, that wicked-ass woman, shall see it, that asks, where the promise of his coming, shall see it, and shall be tread down like the mire in the streets, like dog shit, man. Like grime and mud. Okay? There's a lot of women gonna get destroyed in this day too. To where this is gonna be a thing that happens. When you go into all these post-apocalyptic movies, the Road, Book of Eli, movies like that, there's not a lot of women walking around. If you ain't noticed, there's a few, but it's not a lot of women walking around in movies like that. Okay, those real grimy ones, like The Road. Okay, it's not a lot of women wandering around out there. Okay, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. A woman shouldn't be teaching women. Teaching the man. She should be teaching younger women than her. It's going to say that when you jump over to the 5th chapter. If the women need something to do, there's stuff for them to do. I'm going to jump over now. 1 Timothy chapter 5. We'll start at verse verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. If you all about your pleasure, you dead while you liveth, man. Okay. Verse 7. And these things give in charge, that they may be blameless. But if any provide not for his own, that's talking about the men, especially for those of his own house, he had denied in the faith and is worse than an infidel. Let not a widow be taken in the number under 60 years old, having been the wife of one man. Okay, when she's older, you leave her alone. You let her just live out the rest of her life. She gets above 60, It says, well reported for good works, if she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she this is the list of good works, of an older woman, or basically the resume of a good woman in older age. If she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Yahushua, they will marry, having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith, that he will provide the right type of man for them. That the man be killed and taken away from him. It says, and wherewith they learn to be idle. Y'all TV channel surfing ass women, nobody want to deal with y'all, man. Watching Housewives and all that, learning to be a woman with that, nobody want to deal with you. Okay? Nobody wants to deal with you. Okay? Get a hobby. Learn to knit. Learn to paint. Learn to write poems. Do something. Do something with yourself. Okay? Something productive. Alright? Don't just be all about TV and then getting your looks together. Alright? No man wants to deal with that. Build yourself up. Learn some recipes. Okay? Learn to bake goodies or something, man. Work out. Do something, productive with yourself. Make sure your children are guided the right way, because a lot of women have children, but they're single women. Hey, get yourself together. Get your children together. Hey, seeing a woman that children are well put together, a single mother with their children are well put together, that's a wise and sexy thing. Okay? That's a sexy thing for a wise man. All right? You be surprised how that can get a man to like a woman. Feeling about a woman. Because if she's doing that, she's doing a lot of other things that people aren't taking account of. All right? In this society, shall I say. All right? It says, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. None of your business to be passing around folk tales and hearsay around, man. Speak of spiritual things. The topic for women should be this woman and what she was doing. Why is she out there? What that mean? Really, you women that have been in the Lord, you should already know what it is. Like, yeah, that's how I feel on the inside about my man. Okay? It says, I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Don't be an adversary speaking reproachfully to your husband. Humble down. Even if he's wrong, the Spirit will correct him. Okay? And those type of women are coming. Brothers, understand that. Those type of women that are humble like that, they're coming. They're coming. Scripture said they're coming. They're coming. Just like the prophecies are coming. The mark of the beast is here. Hey, they're coming. All of this will be fulfilled. All right? And if any man or woman believe... No. Well, some have already turned aside after Satan. Yep, some have already turned aside after Satan. Okay. Yep, some of these women, as soon as they heard the truth, they already turned aside to try to be the adversary against you. All right. Back in the 2nd chapter of 1 Timothy, verse 10, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. The man will bestow the type of wisdom that you should have upon you. Learn to heal. Learn to recognize things and to have things running around the house where the man don't have to instruct you and hold your hand around the house. I need this done. I need that done. Know what the man likes and get that stuff done. Okay? To where he ain't got to come home and worry about those things. All right? It says, but let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. And these are things, all subjection and to be in silence, those are like rarities in modern society, in America, with Jake women. But those women are coming, okay? Those women are starting to get that spirit of Yahweh Shemi Christ on them, to where they gonna humble down to the men of the Lord. All right. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. When she would even listen to the serpent. Why are you even entertaining the serpent? Hearing anything he has to say, being disenchanted by the serpent. That's where the transgression happened at. Okay. It says, not withal she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. It takes all these things, all right? So Salaki on this being lengthier than I imagined. It's late, But as I was just watching videos, looking more into this video in particular, hey, it is an omen, man. These things are coming. The prophecies say they're coming. They're coming. There will be women and children that make it. Okay. How else will we bring back the kingdom? Okay. Like the Apostle Tahar said years ago, we don't need the black woman. We don't need the Israelite woman to bring back the kingdom of heaven. The seed is in the man. We can use a heathen woman to do it, but there will be humble Israelite women that make it. Okay. All right. So, for you women, which are you? For you men, are you prepared to decipher and choose? Because that's the trial by fire, man. We're being purified by the trials and fire and tribulation of dealing with women on this level. We didn't deal with so many bad ones. We ain't learned how to choose a better one, a humble one. We got the blueprint written right in the book. Okay? So, with that, I'll close out giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshai Ba'ashim Arokakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, that great millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Then I'll say shalom to the next lesson.